Hey, what's going on everybody, and welcome back. Today I will be continuing to paint my Spite Rider Lancers. I'll actually go grab the one that I finished last week. So this is the model that I finished, so you can see kind of what the end goal is here. Yep, these other two are I'm kind of finishing up base coating, and hopefully I'll get around to finishing at least the mounts today. I don't know how far I will get, but we'll try and go fast. What's left on the base coat? Well, you can kind of see parts like in here where I still have to clean things up. This kind of transition between the lighter colored joints and the darker carapace is where most of my work, most of the time is going, because it is it's kind of tricky to do these two colors together. And then I have this this mahogany color here that I'll be painting on like the mandibles and the claws and the horns and like the stinger. Yeah. But I mean, it's something that it doesn't really matter how well you paint the rest of the model. The nice clean base coats are the base that you build off of. So taking the extra time to make sure that you have clean transitions between your colors, you don't have those small mistakes, it can really like elevate your paint job without you having to learn any fancy techniques, right? It's just about taking the time to make sure that you're painting in the lines, so to speak. And it is kind of boring, but like I said, it's kind of necessary. Not boring, just hard to see. Yeah, it definitely requires a lot of very small, very fine detail being put on the model. I think I'm about ready with this model to move on to the mahogany. And apply the the contrast paint to the lighter joints. This model, on the other hand, still requires a bit of touching up. Yeah, for me, the most challenging part of this model was definitely the wings, like technical wise and like mechanically. The hardest thing for me to do was paint the wings, but the most time-consuming, hardest part of this model is definitely these joints. I'm going to start on the mahogany on this model here. And the biggest thing that I need to do is not mess up any of the joints. If I get a little bit of the mahogany on the dark blue, not so big a deal. That's pretty easy to clean up. But if I get some of the mahogany on the, light tan, it's game over. I mean, not actually, but I'll be very sad. Did you varnish it? No, not really. Yeah, I just don't know that it's super worth it to varnish it at this point. Mostly I just need to be careful. Sorry, I think I keep saying mahogany. It's a burgundy color. I just realized that I've been saying the wrong thing. Well, basically the same word, right? Alright. Onto this model here. You know, another good reason to flip your model around is you get to see it from all the angles and then find all the places that you missed. You'll just find random spots where you're like, oh, you know, how did I miss that? Like, truly. It's so obvious when you look at the model upside down. Good reminder to drink some water. I am once again in a position where I have 2 drinks and my water cup. Play the fun game. Don't want snappy muscles. Play the fun game of don't drink the paint water and don't rinse your brush in the coffee. And I'm also just now realizing that I did not do the base of the wings. So I have to very carefully line these wings as well. Actually, I'm going to take this time because I have these the rider spirits here that need to be base coated as well. They take a little bit of time to dry because I'm using contrast paint here. So I'm going to do these now and set them aside, so that I don't have to waste time watching them dry later. Alright, let's see here. And I think I want the helmets to be the same color. That same spirit color. Let me look up some reference photos real quick. Yeah, that looks good. Cool. Alright, now we can set that aside. Do the other one. Spirits are looking nice and base coated here. Ready to be highlighted for later. And I can go back to the bugs. Now I can move on to applying the contrast paint here, and I'm using a Skeleton Horde. And this just, ooh, nice. This just kind of darkens the joints a little bit. And helps bring some depth to that area without changing the color too much. It's still going to be kind of a light tan color, but we're adding a little bit more yellow to it, and yeah, just darkening it, giving it some more volume. And because of the transparency of this paint, how light of a color it is, how dark the surrounding colors are, you get You don't have to be as precise with this. You just kind of slap it on here. And it really won't impact the dark teal or the burgundy. Mostly just want to make sure that it doesn't pool anywhere unnecessarily. Because that will be noticeable. Much like when we applied the contrast paint to the spirits, that needs to dry as well. So instead of, yeah, oh god, I did something to my shoulder. So yeah, instead of continuing to work on the carapace, I will be working on the riders instead, getting the bark to a solid base coat, so that I don't end up making a mistake and touching the contrast paint while I was trying to set. I'm gonna move on to paint something that's not anywhere close to the contrast paint. Must be from lifting the models? Yeah. No. I definitely just slept on it weird. And I'm old, so it's basically a death sentence. So, while I'm waiting for some things to dry, I'll go back to the model that I did, get to a finished state. I've been, debating what I want to do with the weapons, and I don't think I like how I did the weapons. I think it added another color when I think there are already enough colors on the model already. So I think I want to make their weapons the same color as their bodies to reduce the number of colors, because it's like this purple is only on the spear, like it's nowhere else on the model, and so it kind of just looks out of place, at least to me. So yeah, originally when I kind of came up with using this color for the weapons, I was also going to paint the spirits purple. But then, when I was painting the spirits themselves purple, they didn't look as spirity, right? They didn't have that like ethereal look to them. And so I ended up going with this emerald color instead. But then when I changed the color of the spirit, I didn't change the color of their weapons. And I'm thinking that I should have also changed the color of the weapons. So it'll likely be it'll be a similar effect on the blade. It'll just be an emerald color instead of purple. And then the shaft of the spear will also be emerald. It'll be kind of a pain to paint over, and I have to do this for like all of my revenants. Real green, not just not green. Yeah. It's yeah, I've been thinking about it for a while. And I think the conclusion that I've come to is that it shouldn't be this purple. I did put some purple into the bark, and I was like, oh, maybe I should work some purple into the rest of the model, but yeah, doing the weapons purple just wasn't working out for me. I didn't like how it looked, so maybe eventually I can figure out a good way to work more purple into the models, but at this time I think I'm just gonna go with the emerald color.
All right.
Now that the contrast paint is about dry, I can go back to working on the carapace. And I'm mostly just going to be highlighting up the blue, because that is kind of the biggest component of the model. It's a good place to start. So I'm going to be using various teal colors, like Sotek green and Temple Guard blue. think that was a good, solid first highlight color. I think I'm getting really good at painting these bugs. Which is important because after I'm done with these, I have to paint another 3 of these, so. I sure hope that the second set of 3 takes less time than these. Hey Ilo, how's it going? I'm doing good today. How about you? Did you get through that that rule book you were reading last week? And have you played the game yet? Double question. I'm glad you're doing well. It's actually pretty easy, and yes, multiple times. Cool. Yeah, a lot of times for games like that, like they have a lot of rules, but like once you get the rules down, it's pretty intuitive. So I think that's part of what makes a good game. Is it it's complicated enough to be interesting, but it's intuitive. So as soon as you know the rules, they're easy to follow. You've yet to play the second phase of the game? Oh no. It has 138 scenarios. Oh my goodness. And you've only gotten through the first two? That's crazy. I will have to say, I've never played a board game that complicated, for sure. Yeah, it seems like you have a lot of those really thick board games. How long did it take you to get through the first those first two scenarios? It sounds like once you like after each scenario is a good stopping point, so you don't have to do it all at once. Like you don't have to do it all in one sitting, which also seems good. Because sitting down and playing a board game for like 8 hours straight is crazy sometimes. Played it with 4 players. Nobody knew the rules, so it took us 4 hours or so. Okay, yeah. That seems like a good length. Apparently there are scenarios that are highly complicated. Ooh. Hey, yo. told me about the game with those huge minis, right? Yeah, you did. Is that the same game that's got all the scenarios? Oh, okay. Just another great game that I should be picking up. Hey, you're only 4 chapters away from completing it? That sounds awesome. It also seems like it's, you kind of rushed it and worth it. Yeah, sounds like it's a good game if you're, kind of charging your way through it. Definitely. Ooh, that sounds like a great game. What's the name of this game? Just so I can, asking for a friend. Oathsworn? Got it. Yeah, I do remember talking about this game. On my list of games to pick up. That he should pick up the armory pack too. Noted. apparently I decided to do the legs differently on both sides of the Mini, which is a bit silly. So I'm going to fix that real quick. I guess I was not paying enough attention when I did this. It costs almost $400. Yeah, that's keep that a secret. No one needs to know. Speaking of games, though, I don't know if you're a big video gamer as well, but Space Marine 2 is coming out. I think the official release is tomorrow, but I went ahead and bought it so I could play it early because I have no patience. And can recommend. It is quite fun if you're a video gamer. Yeah, you haven't upgraded it because you like board games so much? Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I just like playing games in general, so I do both. But board games are also just very fun. I also like some of the board games that have like like video game components to them, like the Lord of the Rings game that I think the Fantasy Flight Games came out with, a Lord of the Rings game that has like a video game component to it, where like the computer acts as like the dungeon master, and kind of tells you, how to build out the components and stuff. Descent also has an app. Yeah, I like those games too, where they like make use of your computer and such, to make the board game more accessible, maybe. Make it run smoother. I like that. I think that's a great use of technology without just fully turning the board game into a video game. feel like it should be optional? Yeah. It definitely adds a requirement that that might make it not accessible to other people. I think another game that I've played, Charterstone, has the option to be played as like a video game. I think that's cool too, but that's, I mean, you have to develop a whole video game on top of your board game, so that's tough. But also, right? Yeah, that's true. It does require the company not to take down the app, and it requires like a level of like maintenance, where the company has to maintain the app as well, which is tough. When you push out a board game, you don't have to have like tech teams on call to maintain the board game. It just kind of gets released and they can, you know, forget about it. The app is only used to read the texts. That's cool. It's like an aid, as opposed to, you know, being a necessary component of the game. A game like that is, I don't know if you've ever played One Night Werewolf. It's like a party game, kind of like the card game Mafia, if you ever played that. Where it requires like a narrator, and like you could be the narrator, but also there's an app that can do it for you. Yeah, like a narrator for the story. Yeah, that's a good use of like using computers in your board game to, like, yeah, help augment the board game without taking over. Yeah, you meant the Oathsworn app, yeah. Yeah, you think an app is great when it's optional and you have everything you need? Yeah. That's a solid point. Yeah, I have not played the Lord of the Rings game without the app, so I'm not sure how playable it is without the app component. Could have played it without the app and still had a great time. Yeah, that's always nice. Don't mind it. I don't pay too much attention to grammatical errors. I'm not perfect, so it's hard for me to be hard on other people's grammar. I didn't even paint this like at all. I just completely missed it. Nice. Too busy talking about board games, I guess. You live in the US, right? Yes, I do. And sadly, there are a good number of like board games and stuff that I just don't have easy access to because I live in the US, which is tough. That's okay. Usually it just means that I have to buy, I have to pay extra in shipping. And it takes a bit longer to get to me. Can I commission you to paint like 17 minis? Sure. We can chat more about it to get the logistics down, but you don't live in the US, right? Maybe as big as the rider on that dragonfly? Yeah, I mean, I can definitely do it. Yeah, one thing, I haven't done a lot of commission work before, so I definitely want to, I definitely haven't nailed down a process to do that yet. But yeah, you're in Germany. Yeah, so yeah, we can definitely nail down a way to do that if you want. I have no problem painting minis up for people. But yeah, mostly shipping is about 30 pounds. Yeah. Shipping is definitely costly. Yeah, and mostly I would just want to nail down like, you know, how you want them painted, to make sure that you enjoy the paint job that I do. But yeah, we can work that out. And also, oh, my apologies. I'm just a dumb American, so. Euros, of course. What's even worse is I've been to Europe, and I've paid in euros, but I've never been to England, so like I've never used pounds before. So I don't know why I can't get them straight. Oh, you don't know how like 11 of them should look because it's unlockable. Interesting. So the question is there a way for me to look at, you know, is there like a box art that I can reference? And would you like me to paint them like the box art? Yes, like the box art, but I still have to find out if you can look at them somewhere. But that shouldn't be a problem. Sounds good. That I can definitely do. So I think the next obstacle that comes to mind is communication. I can definitely give you my Discord, or if you have Instagram, my Instagram is linked in the video description, I think. Actually, or just in the about page on my channel. There are videos on YouTube to show it, but I obviously don't want to look at it. Yeah, sounds good. I should be able to find stuff online on how to paint them. For sure. You have both but would prefer Discord? Sure. Let me see if I can quickly get you my Discord. All right, Discord changed the way they do changed the way they do like usernames and stuff, but I think that should allow you to friend me. Oh, there you go. Oh no, that's on Instagram. And there's Discord. Cool, cool. All right. With that, we should be able to talk about this off stream and really nail down the specifics. Awesome. Well, this is exciting. Like I said, I haven't done a lot of commission paint work before, so I am definitely excited about this. Something new for me. Oh wait, 18 minis? Yeah, I mean, as long as I have an adequate amount of time to do them, I don't think the exact number of minis should be a problem. The difference between, well, I don't know what the original number was, like 17 minis and 18 minis, like that's not. If I could do this month or next month, because it was kind of a spontaneous idea, yeah, I mean, like I said, we can kind of hammer out the details, but whenever you have the time to send them, I should be pretty available. I don't have a whole lot going on right now, so should be able to knock them out. Yeah, I at one point looked into getting like setting up like a Fiverr account, so that I could, you know, do commissions officially through like a website. It ended up not working out, but maybe I can kind of start that up again to help facilitate these processes. You're glad that you have the standees because you can send them to me and still play the game? Yeah, that is very nice. It's cool that they have multiple options in the game. just to help make things easier for people. All right, I'm getting towards the end of my stream time here. I can definitely stick on for a little bit longer if anyone has any questions or anything. But yeah, Ilo, just message me, and we can, now that we've kind of swapped socials, we can kind of talk about the commission thing. Otherwise, I'll just be sitting here contemplating my paint jobs. Sometimes it's kind of just nice to sit and think about, you know, how things went when you painted. Yeah, you really love the paint job? Yeah, I really like it too. Yeah, the one thing I kind of said, you know, earlier in the stream is I think I might change the way I painted the weapon. I might paint the weapon to match the rider. I think this purple color doesn't really fit with the rest of the colors on the model. So if I change the color, I can make it fit a little bit better. But yeah, other than that, I really like how it turned out. But yeah, just sitting and thinking about, you know, how you painted the models can help you improve in the future. Like not just how it turned out, but also like what processes you used and maybe how to make those processes easier in the future. Another thing I'm not so sure about is the color of the eyes. I kind of use the same color I used for the spirit skin. Not so sure about it. Maybe I just need to highlight it up a little bit, but something I'll be pondering for a little bit. Yeah, these guys still have a little bit of ways to go before they get to this level, but they're getting there for sure. And it's they should quickly come together now that it's all about highlighting and such. Do I paint all my minis on stream? I don't. And I was thinking about especially if I do the minis for you. You know, I probably wouldn't want to do those on stream because you want it to be a surprise, or you don't want to see the minis beforehand. You can do that with 6 of them. Sounds good. 7, yeah. And a lot of times, even the minis I do paint on stream, I still do a little bit of work outside of the stream. Like if it's taking me a long time to like get all the base coats down. A lot of times I'll do some work off stream just so that, you know, I'm not doing like 3 streams in a row of just base coating colors, because that can get boring. I like to kind of change up what I'm doing on stream so that it stays interesting for viewers. But yeah, I think for these models, I think everything I did for these models you can find on a stream at yeah, I don't think I did much for these guys off stream. I do think I will finish them off, the other 2 riders. I think I'll finish those off stream, just because I've been kind of painting these guys for a couple weeks now. I think I'll move on. Cool. Well, I think I'm gonna call it here. So thanks for watching, and I had a lot of fun today, and I hope you all did too. I'll be streaming again next week on Thursday, and I think I'll switch it up. Maybe paint some 40K models, just to keep things fresh. If anyone has any suggestions, let me know. But other than that, I hope you all have a nice day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.